A lot has happened in the 2 days that I decided to take off. Now, when I say take off, it means that I was at an event over the weekend, so I wasn't able to make some updated videos for you all. And I decided, I need a little bit of a break from the dingbat Candy Owens because I really just can't anymore with this woman. She is off her rocker, off her nuts, like pretty much all of the above. Like, if you can imagine the most insane woman on the face of the earth when it comes to conspiracy theories, it would have to be Candy Owens, like on the top picture. And I haven't slept in the last 2 days, so my apologies in advance to you all if I can't think straight. I'm forgetting certain things, but that's what happens when you don't sleep properly and all the wonderful things that go with that. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, the show must continue. And today we're going to be talking about Candy Owens and how she says that Islam is a true faith religion, essentially praising the religion of Islam. Of all people to praise the religion of Islam, I mean, it has to be Candy Owens, right? Uh, Seriously, I think we all saw it coming. It was in the works for a long time. The moment you start cursing Israel or you start going against Israel, the next thing you see is them propping up and praising the religion of Islam. They go seemingly hand in hand, don't they? And also, this woman claims to be a Christian and saying that Charlie Kirk and all the crazy theories that she's come up with, Charlie Kirk was apparently going to become Catholic. He was praying the rosary. She's got so many of these dingbat crazy theories that she's just throwing out there with no facts, no evidence. It's just like, trust me, bro. I know what I'm talking about. You know nothing. Listen, dingbat, I know a little bit. And one of those things that I do know is that Islam is not your friend. Islam is a death cult. Islam is not good for people at all, especially in the West. Islam is taking over the West. And if you are going to praise the religion of Islam, you've got a significant problem and you're not my friend. Just wanted to point that out and make it abundantly clear. Now, does that mean, for those of you that are going, oh no, Jay is against Muslims? No, I'm not against Muslims at all. If you want to be peaceful and you don't follow the like literal teachings of the Quran, then we're going to be fine. Because if you follow the literal teachings of the Quran, we can end up in extremism and end up in a world of hurt, right? So fair enough. Now, if you want to go out of your way and praise the Quran and praise the religion of Islam, we've also got a problem because there's so many problems and so many contradictions with the religion of Islam. We can go on a massive, and I mean a massive long tangent with it. Now, when I see someone like Candy Owens that has a massive platform like she does, over 5 million people alone over on YouTube, and she has quite the pull. She has loads of people that follow her, support her, but alas, you guys have seen that it's quite profitable now to bash Israel. Quite profitable now to claim certain things about Israel that aren't actually true, and you can back up why they aren't true with facts and with reason and rationale. It's quite simple. But according to Candy Owens, she just throws out a back crap insane theory, and Bob's your uncle. All the dingbats that follow her are like, oh, yes, we must follow Candy Owens because she is the arbiter of all truth. And recently, I saw this on the weekend. I just happened to stumble across it, and I'm like, of course. Of course, it's Candace Owens. Candy Owens. I mean, it was Tucker Carlson first, and now it's Candy Owens because they're both gone off the rails. It seems like Tucker is being paid by Qatar. Tucker was bowing before a Muslim. He was gifted a Quran, and this is a Christian. It's a Christian, no less. Now, am I saying that you can't have a Quran? No, there's been lots of Christians that I know that have a Quran. But it's different when you're gifted a Quran from a sheikh, from a Muslim. Big difference there. It would be like, okay, if I go in and I buy myself a Quran for my own personal study, bit different, right? But if I'm gifted, one of my friends gifts me a Quran, I would say, sorry, no. I don't want to be gifted it from you. And then you have a photo opportunity, right? You have a photo op with that person. It's kind of like you are siding. I'm accepting of this. I want people to know that I have accepted a Quran from a sheikh, from a Muslim man. Look at me. See, there's a huge distinction there. Now, Candy gets a super chat from an Islamist who gives her a passage from the Quran to read aloud. Candace reads it and then goes into a tirade, once again, about the supposed evils of the notions of Judeo-Christian and how Charlie was about to become Catholic. So apparently being Judeo-Christian, which I am, is evil. Have a watch.
There's more real people, but they do have bot farms there too. Radical Rat writes, thank you very much for that donation. Hi, American Muslim fan here. In the spirit of friendship between our faiths, here is an excerpt from the Quran about Jesus, who, speaking as a baby to defend Mary's honor, said, I am the servant of God. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet, and he has made me blessed wherever I am. God is my Lord and your Lord, so worship him. I think all of us are realizing the tremendous need for true faith right now. And I had sort of tweeted a couple of days ago that you can sense a chink in the armor of deception. Like, we're learning a lot about how a lot of money has been put behind these Judeo-Christian programs, which was something that I would speak about with Charlie because he was, in fact, very interested in Catholicism. And so it is interesting to see that. I do think the evangelical community is feeling that. And let me know if you agree that people are starting to wonder, like, why does my pastor? And again, it's not every pastor, but it's too many pastors get up on a stage and preach about Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson. That is leading to broader questions. And I think in the end, all of this is good. Like, the topic of faith being at the forefront of our minds worldwide is good.
Now, you guys saw, or you heard, the Muslim in a spirit of friendship between the two religions, Catholicism and Islam. I don't know if you've learned any of the history behind Catholicism and Islam, but there was like an immense amount of crusades that went on because the two religions are not aligned at all. Islam teaches that you must worship Allah, which Allah demands to be worshipped. Allah is not God. Allah is Satan, demanding worship. Real God doesn't demand anything. Real God gives you a choice. Free will. You can choose to worship me and accept me. And Candace, being the Christian that she is, should have known that. She should know this because Allah demands to be worshipped, and she calls true religion. She calls Islam true religion or true faith. I've got a significant problem with that. And you are wanting to share this to millions of people that watch you, saying that the religion of Islam is a true faith, and then bashing on Judeo-Christianity, the Judeo-Christian values that the West holds so dear. You want to replace that with Islam, do you? Or Catholicism? Something to me, it's really disgusting to me. In fact, listening to this woman not only read the passage of the Quran aloud, obviously she had to because the man paid for her to do it, but no one's forcing you to do anything. You don't have to read it out. And by the way, for someone like Candace, she should know that the Muslims just see Jesus as a good man, as a prophet, not the Son of God. They have a problem with the Trinity. So as a good Catholic, as you are, Candace, you should know that. And he shouldn't say true faith. Islam is nowhere near a true faith. It's a death cult. Hence why you've got Sharia. Hence why you've got subjugating women. He may read a passage of the Quran. You actually read it. But you may read it aloud and say, oh, in the spirit of our two religions and friendship, read this out. This is what we think of Jesus. Good man. Not the son of God, but a good man. Oh, and by the way, if we also look at every other passage of what the Quran says, I don't know if Candace has read it, but maybe she should. 160 verses alone saying that Muslims must kill Jews and Christians. You know what Candace is doing? Praising the religion of Islam. Praising it and saying it's a true faith. Meanwhile, Judeo-Christianity is wrong. Where do you think Judeo-Christianity came from, Candace? The very individual you claim to worship, Jesus Christ, was the same one, the Jew that brought forth what? Christianity. When he died for our sin. Oh, but Judeo-Christianity is false because I hate the Jews. Just because you hate the Jews does not negate Judeo-Christian values that Jesus brought forth and gave to every single one of us. Jesus' disciples were Jewish. They brought forth Judeo-Christianity into our world. They established the church. Well, Jesus established it, and then his disciples delivered, basically spread the church, spread the gospel around. Peter, Paul, Jews. But it wasn't like Jesus wanted Jew and Gentile alike to come to the accepting grace of what Jesus did on the cross. And Candace wants to bash, wants to ridicule, and wants to say that Judeo-Christianity is evil. And then say that Islam is a true faith. She doesn't know shit. She never has. She never will. Especially when it comes to different faiths. I mean, obviously her own faith dictates at the moment, or whatever faith she's subscribing to. It seems like the devil's got a hold of her heart and has lied to her. It's a massive problem. And then she wants to go down on these long tangents and say that Charlie Kirk was converting to Catholicism. No, Charlie Kirk would never say that Islam is a true faith. You've sold out, Candace. And yet you want to say that because we support Jews for free, that we've sold out. No, you've sold out. Big time. Not for God. You've sold out for yourself and the devil. That's evidently clear. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all next video.